Hello everyone watching and welcome. On today's video, this is the first episode of How To with Liv. So today I'm going to be telling you guys how to encapsulate with dual forms. The dual forms I'm going to be using in this video are the SXC Cosmetic dual forms that they sent me in their Lazy Girl series kit. I did a video on this kit if you want to check it out, and I also will be linking this kit in the description because it is a great starter kit. So you first want to size your tips. I recommend sizing up, especially because we're going to be encapsulating, so you're going to need multiple layers of polygel, which can get a little thick. If your dual form does not fit as well, especially around the cuticle, you can always file it to make it fit your nail bed a lot better. After you get your dual form to fit your nail bed, then you're on to the next step. Some dual forms come with the little tip at the end where you can grab hold of, and some of them don't. To make the polygel application a lot easier, whether you have the tab at the end of your dual form or not, you can use a press-on stand to hold up your dual form while you're applying your polygel. Today for my slip solution, I'm going to be using some alcohol, but there are other alternatives, such as base coat, actual slip solution, and nail polish remover that is not 100% acetone. So you're going to want to start off with a thin layer of clear polygel, and thankfully polygel is very forgiving, so put as much as you think you need, and if you put too much you can take it out, and if you put too little you can add more. Now you're going to want to pat the polygel. Don't drag it because in this layer you're going to not want that many bubbles. So dragging it can cause a lot of bubbles, so just pat it, and I recommend a thicker polygel so it's easier for you to not get bubbles. So I recommend now, if you want to do something like a stiletto, you should start shaping now, but don't go too crazy when it comes to shaping because you can always file it later. Now we are going to encapsulate some chunky glitter. You can also encapsulate flowers and foils or really whatever you want with this method. So I'm going to be using a wax pencil to pick up these glitters, and you can just place them wherever you want. Next, I'm going to be using this fine pink glitter, and I'm pouring it out and just using a detail brush to pick up the glitter and put it on the nail. And a little tip is that you could wet the brush with some of your slip solution, whatever it is you're using as slip solution, and that personally makes it a lot easier for me to pick up the glitter and put it on the nail. Now I'm going to be using this hexagon glitter, and I didn't use the same technique for this. I used the same brush, but instead of patting it on, I decided to lightly rub it on, barely putting any pressure, and that made it look great. Now you're going to want to cure your polygel for however long you want. I put it in for 60 seconds, just make sure it is fully cured. Now we are going in with another thin layer of clear polygel to fully encapsulate it. Now without curing the polygel, you're going to want to put on the dual form and put it on. I recommend putting it on cuticle first and then pushing it down the rest of the way. Don't push too hard because you don't want a bunch of polygel seeping out, but even still, if you don't push that hard, there probably will be some leakage. So all you want to do to fix that is just clean it off with your polygel brush or with any brush. Just make sure to keep cleaning around the cuticle and sidewalls because you do not want to cure polygel on your skin. And make sure to turn your nail the other way to pat the back of the nail and make sure it's smooth. If you're wondering what I did on the other nails, I did the same thing that I did on the thumb on the pointer. I did all white polygel on the middle finger. All pink polygel for the ring finger. And all pink polygel for the pinky. So this is what all the dual forms look like on, and first I cured it 60 seconds just putting them in the lamp regular, and then I cured it upside down for another 60 seconds. And as you can see, there is a huge gap near the thumb, and I can tell you guys how to fix that. But first, let's pop off the dual forms. Now to fix the thumb, I'm going in with some clear polygel and just kind of making it look like it fits there. I don't really know how to explain it. And try to make it smooth over into the tip and not just a straight cut off. And if you have any extra, you can glide that over the nail and just make it smooth over. Or you can just like take it off completely. After going in with your clear polygel, you can pat some more glitter on there to make it look like it fits with the rest of the nail. And make sure to put on base coat before sticking on the dual forms. I forgot to tell you guys, but make sure to do that. Now, one of the most important parts is filing. You're always going to need to file, no matter how great your application is when doing your dual forms. You're always going to need to file, especially like around the cuticle, because a lot of the time there's going to be like a little layer where you can kind of see where the dual form went. So you just want to file this, and right now you can get your shape. Just make sure to file it. And polygel is very easy to file, so you do not need a drill to do this. I recommend a hand file because a drill would just be too powerful for this. So these are the nails after filing. I'm going to wipe them down with some alcohol to get all of that dust off. Now you want to go in with a top coat, and we are almost done. You can go in with a thick or a thin top coat. I like to go in with like a medium top coat, I don't know. But you can also go in the back of any clear nail and just paint some top coat back there so the nail can be more clear. After top coating all of the nails, go in with some of your cuticle oil, and yeah, here you are all done. I'll link a kit in the description with a bunch of supplies that you could use. It comes with nail art, polygel, dual forms, even full cover tips, and is a super easy kit that you guys can use. And I will be uploading this how-to series anytime. I'm not really going to be like scheduled, but if you guys want to see me do anything in this series, comment that down below. I hope you enjoyed. I love how this set turned out, and it is super easy. If you enjoyed, tell a friend, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.